standing, feet hip distance apart, toes directly in front of us. Let's close our eyes a moment. Feel the body sway from side to side. Checking in with your breath, feeling the arms dangle, feeling the shoulders be heavy, feeling length in the neck, feeling your toes spread nice and wide, so really spread the toes like fingers. And then begin to bring your focus to your low belly. So you can actually place your hands there. And I want you to think of activating that low belly, pulling it up and in. And then find stillness with your sways, and then begin to rock forward and back. Notice how the body catches itself and it doesn't fall forward or back. And then begin to find that sweet spot in the middle where you feel your arches lifted, you feel really centered and balanced. Pull up the front of the pubic bone, release that tailbone down. So we're not tucking, if you open your eyes a moment, we're not tucking the pelvis, but we're not arching the low back either. We're pulling up the front of the pelvis, dropping the tailbone, finding that nice neutral pelvis. Let's keep our shoulders down, keep them heavy. Let's bring our hands down by our side, palms facing our thighs. Feel that length in the neck. So imagine you're shooting out of a rocket, right? Nice long neck. And then pay attention to our ribs. Are they sticking out? We want to lace them up like tight shoelaces in our sneakers, okay? So we want to tie up those ribs, keep them in line. So instead of being this, like proud chest, we're still a proud chest, but our ribs are in, we're solid, we're shooting right through that rocket, okay? Standing up nice and tall, hold this position and close your eyes a moment. Deep breath in, exhale, open your eyes. Drop that right ear to the right shoulder. Really feel those left fingertips reaching towards your feet, so you're getting a nice deep stretch. And bring the head on top of the spine. Reach the right fingertips towards your foot as you drop your left ear to the left shoulder. Now don't cheat and bring up this opposite shoulder. Keep it down. Good, bring the head back to center, drop the chin into the chest. Rock the head over to the side. Come back through center, over to the other side. Come back to center, over to the side. Come back to center, over to the side. Bring the head back on top of the spine. Now we've done this in the past where I taught you as you bring your head back and around. We don't want to crunch the vertebrae where we can't talk. We want to pretend we're going over a yoga ball or a balloon. So we want to think up and over as we roll through the spine. So we're going to do that again. So chin into the chest. Drop that ear over to the right. Bring it up, back, and around. Over to the left and down. Keep going that direction. Up, back, and around. Nice and easy. Opening up the neck, and then let's reverse those circles. So over to the other side, up and around. Back, up and around. One more. Good, bring the head to the center. Tuck that chin into the chest. Take a slight bend in those knees. Roll through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Let the arms be heavy, let the head be heavy. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Move the hips from side to side. Getting into these hamstrings, you can try to straighten one leg and then the other. Grab opposite elbows, let the body sway with the hips. And then release those arms, take a nice deep bend in the knees, pull that low belly in, really suck that low belly in, use those glutes and roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Every time we roll up or roll down, I want you to think about one vertebrae at a time instead of one whole piece. Let's open our feet a little bit wider than hip distance, keeping our toes still parallel. Let's bring our hands to our hips, and then inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Let's pay attention to our ribs now. So when we reach up, I'm allowing your ribs to go out, getting a nice upper body arch. And when you exhale, bring everything back into center. So like shoelaces or a corset, pull those ribs in nice and tall. Inhale, you can arch back. Exhale, bring everything in. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, bring everything in. Tuck the chin into the chest. Roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Shimmy your shoulders as you go down. Be like a zombie.
You can bend the knees if you want to, and then begin to shift and sway from right to left, allowing the arms and upper body to go with you. Nice and easy, just swaying from side to side. And then find center and stillness here. Try to straighten those legs if possible. Play with where your balance is. Are you forward towards your toes? Are you back towards your heels? Find that sweet spot in the middle. And then walk your hands over to the right. Deep breath into the backs of the legs. Feel length and stretch all through the side body as well. And then walk your hands over to the left. Same thing, deep breath. Feel length all through the backs of your legs, the bottoms of your feet, through the side body. Come back to center, bend the knees, roll up through the spine one vertebrae at a time. So pull in that belly, use those glutes, rolling up, roll those shoulders back. Open those toes out at a diagonal, take your feet out a little bit wider. Bend into that right leg, bend into the left, just alternating back and forth, back and forth. Hands can come to your hips or they can just be down by your side, whatever works for you. And then find center, pulling up through those legs, and I want you to just bend the knees. Use your hands to open your thighs, pull up. When you pull up, you're using your pelvic floor, you're using your core, you're using your glutes. Open, pull up. And open, pull up, open, pull up, go down, rest your hands on your thighs, sit a little bit lower, rock side to side. You can get your shoulders involved by twisting if that feels good for you. Deep breath here. This is a pretty intense movement. Good, and then find stillness. Straighten those legs. Keep those toes at a diagonal. Tuck the chin into the chest. Roll to the spine. One vertebrae at a time. Let the body go. You can move your hips from side to side. Nice and easy though, because we're really getting into the inner groin muscle and we don't want to hurt ourselves. So just shifting mindfully. Good. And then take a bend in those knees, a slight bend. Pull that belly and roll up through the spine. One vertebrae at a time, roll those shoulders back. Good, let's take a bend in the knees, bring our hands to heart center. So my thumbs are right in between my chest, right hitting my sternum bone, that chest bone right there. And then twist over to the right. Try to keep those knees steady, don't let them twerk with the body. Keep them open, twist over to the left. You might feel like you're barely twisting and that's okay. Twist over to the right. Twist over to the left, over to the right, and over to the left. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Let's walk our feet in a little bit more. Toes back to parallel again. So we're a little bit wider than hip distance, but not as far out as we want. Reach the arms out in front of you. Reach the left arm back behind you, right arm in front, twist. Keep those hips pointing towards the front. Both hands come back to center, switch. Right arm goes back, left arm forward. Come back to center, switch. Come back to center, switch. Come back to center, reach those arms up. Clasp your hands, place them right on the base of your skull. So armpits open, look up a little bit as if you're enjoying a nice sun ray. Deep breath. And then gently drop the chin into the chest. Let gravity do the work here as your elbows come in towards your head. We're not pulling our head down. We're just letting gravity do the work. And then you can gently move your chin from right to left as if you're itching your chin. Good. And then find stillness. Lift up, 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 and over. Opening up that chest, opening up those elbows, those armpits. And then bring the body to center. Keep those elbows open. Feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And then just bend the body over to the right. Bring it up through center, over to the left. Up through center, over to the right. Up through center, over to the left. Now when we do this, I want you to focus going over to the right. Think of magnets on your back and on your elbows, and if there's a refrigerator behind you, nice and open versus rounded, okay? So up and over,
Keep opening up those arms, up and over. Come back to center. Reach the chest up to the ceiling. Exhale, come to center. Release those arms. Shoulder rolls. Let's get the arms involved. Nice back strokes. And then forward. Good. Let's bring our feet together. Let's tuck that chin into the chest, roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. Let the hands be heavy. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Move the hips. Little bounces in the knees. Bend the hips nice and low. Pull that belly in, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders back. Let's make our way down to the floor. We're gonna lay down with our knees up to the ceiling, feet flat on the floor. Let's do little windshield wipers from side to side. Not dropping the knees all the way to the floor, but at a diagonal. Nice and easy. Just letting the low back feel relaxed, feel good. And then find stillness. Take the knees, drop them over to the left. Let gravity do the work here. Supine twist. Arms are out by your sides. Deep stretch through that low back. Opening up this pec muscle. Deep breath. Bring the legs back to center. Drop the knees gently over to the other side. Same thing, letting gravity do the work. Your job is to just breathe. Letting that left pec muscle and shoulder reach towards the floor, feeling a nice stretch in that low back. Feeling that left top leg be heavy. And then bring those knees back to center. Grab that right thigh, pull it into your chest. If your back is not flat on the floor, grab a yoga strap, a scarf, a dog leash, anything that's going to give you more length so that your back is flat. Pull that leg in, reach that foot up to the ceiling, make circles with that ankle. One direction, really spread through the toes. Go ahead and reverse those circles. And then bend the knee, reach that heel up to the ceiling. Bend the knee, reach the heel up. Bend the knee, reach the heel up. Bend the knee, cross that ankle over that left knee. So you're creating a 4. Pull that left thigh into your chest, deep breath. Most important thing about this shape is that your back is flat on the floor. So if you need to grab something to get this leg in, do so. You can sneak your right elbow out to that right knee for a little extra push if you want for stretch. Nothing aggressive. Best to keep these feet flexed, that protects your joints. Deep breath. Good. Slowly unwind these legs. Come back to center. Pull that left thigh into your chest. Reach that foot up to the ceiling. Circles with that ankle. Spread the toes. Spread the toes. Get all the cracks out. And reverse. Good. Bend that knee down. Reach it up to the ceiling. Press the ceiling away. Bend it down. Reach it up, bend it down, reach it up, cross that left ankle over the right knee. Pull that right knee into your chest. Use that elbow to press out against that left knee if that feels good. Keep those feet flexed, deep breath, upper body flat on the floor. Good, lower those legs down, unwind. Let's windshield wiper those knees from right to left. Hands come to your belly. Good, find stillness. Pull those knees into your chest, pull that forehead to your knees, rock a little forward and back. Rock a little right and left for a nice little massage on those paraspinal muscles. And then however you need to, make your way to stand. Let's bring the feet out nice and wide again, toes at a diagonal. Bend into that right leg. Bend into the left. Bend into the right. Bend into the left. Back and forth. Let the arms go. Back and forth. Come to center. Straighten those legs. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, bring those hands down. Bring that right hand to your hip. Left arm up overhead. Let's lean over to the right. Good. Bring the body up. Switch over to the other side. Bring the body up. Let's bring our feet back to parallel. Pull that low belly in. Hands come to hips. Let's hinge forward, making a nice flat back. Low belly pulls in. Use those glutes. Pull the body back up. And bend forward. Use the glutes. Pull the body up. Bend forward. Use the glutes. Pull the body up. Bend forward, use the glutes, pull the body back up, roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Be a zombie here, shimmy those shoulders, roll all the way down. Walk those hands out a little bit if you're touching the floor. Don't lift those heels. I don't want you to go so far where your heels have to come off. You only go as far as you can so that you're getting a nice calf stretch. It's called, well, I like to call this a wide leg down dog. Bend the knees, walk the hands in, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders back. Let's face front, toes parallel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Let's make nice circles going back. Circles going forward. And last roll down, chin into the chest, roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Let the shoulders be heavy. You can give them a little wiggle. Place your hands on your shins and press your butt to the back and your chest to the front. Pull that low belly in, creating a nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let everything go down, head be heavy. Again, press into those shins, press the butt towards the back, chest towards the front. Exhale, lower down, let the head be heavy, shimmy those hips, bend the knees, suck that low belly and roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders back, bring those ears right on top of the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. 15 minutes. Thank you for joining me.